Hey guys, Ethos here. Let's talk about Valorant's worst addition to the game, Clove.
Yo, he cooking.
Pronouns. If you clicked on this video expecting me to harp on about Clove's non-binary identity, well, you're wrong. The real issue here is that Clove has called forth some pretty unsavory parts of the Valorant community.
Hey, that's us. That's us, guys. Yippee!
Baba Bowie.
WestJet.
What is up, bundle of sticks and twix? WestJet 6'5", Venezuelan trillionaire here, and today we're talking about Valorant's hardest e-boy, Ethos, who roasted me. Oh, and literally 0% of you are subscribed, so be sure to subscribe. Yeah. If you forgot who Ethos was, let me catch you back to speed. He's a dude who got popular for dating the Jett voice actor, pretending to be gay with Lexinja, and being a mid-tier Yoru player. And truth be told, there's absolutely zero reason to watch him. He's nowhere near as good of a Yoru player as Eggster is, and he's nowhere near as funny as Ziptie is. He's the definition of mid. Anyway, he made a video defending Clove's pronouns, and it's just as bad as you think it is.
I genuinely did not realize how many incels there are in the Valorant community, especially comparing it to the more traditionally toxic communities like CS or League. I figured this wouldn't have posed as big of an issue when I first heard about it.
Because every person against gender identity in video games is automatically an incel. You gotta see those. God damn it. You know, hey, then again, we're wincels, not incels.
Our general response to it has actually made me feel ashamed to be part of Valorant. I've seen some discussions that
They misgendered a video game character and he's ashamed. He's in shambles. He's about to cry. Like, what?
made me feel ashamed to be part of Valorant. They're more toxic than watching a female CS streamer play in Russia.
Brother, your game's language is literally set to Russian. Is this some kind of five-head dog whistle? Are you trying to tell us something? Does Riot have you under arrest? Do they have your parents under gun? He's talking all this nonsense while using the language that considers the people he's talking about a literal terrorist organization. I can't be the only one who sees this irony. Ethos, you also fell off big time. You weren't even invited to Los Angeles. I'm not going to show who this is, but it's a large creator who was at the early access event. So stop the virtue signaling, buddy. We know you.
I understand why some of you guys may be disturbed by the addition of Clove to the game. Some of you find it a hassle to learn their correct pronouns, while others are actually just straight up against the idea of non-binary representation in gaming.
Gaming doesn't matter. Only games with multiplayer communications because it makes it more weird and toxic.
And I understand video games are, for a lot of people, a way to get away from the real world and real world topics, so why bring it into a video game? But let me just say one thing to you, and I mean this with all the love in my heart, but are you guys actually serious? Like, honestly, who cares? Why do you guys care so much?
The tough guy not caring act. Why should you guys care? It's just a band on your sleeve that shows you're Jewish with a Star of David. Why should you care? It's not that bad. Obviously, these things aren't the same, and I'm in no shape or form comparing them. I'm just saying, not caring isn't exactly a suitable thing to do, you know?
Now, on to the arguments. Why should I care? Well, perhaps you shouldn't, because Riot didn't introduce Clove for you. It's about creating a more inclusive environment for those who do care. Let's face it, gaming should be a safe space for everyone.
No, it shouldn't. In my opinion, gaming should be the Wild West. Anything goes. Somebody insults you, you insult them back. If you don't have thick skin enough to be on the internet, get off. Like, first of all, who do you think you are? Some kind of like Chinese blue-haired Destiny? Nobody cares. Nobody cares about your argument. You're literally on Riot's payroll, and you're still not invited.
Only impact this should have on the game is making more minority groups feel more comfortable playing this game. And the more inclusive this game becomes, the more those types of people may feel comfortable to communicate.
I don't like how you're putting every non-binary person under the same umbrella. I've actually had a discussion with a lot of people that think this is bad for the game, and it's not only capitalizing off of them, but inviting more toxicity because they know how the world works. In both of my previous videos, I stated that toxicity would increase and it would turn Valorant into a weird gender identity battlefield. And what happened? Exactly that. Wow, you want? Just like I thought. And it's not like Riot's a company that needed to make a statement because nobody was sure what side they were on. They literally have banners in the game.
I've heard plenty of horror stories from my friends, female streamers, where they'll just speak and they'll immediately get told to go back to the kitchen.
In 2024, go to the kitchen offends you as a woman? Just delete the internet, please. Delete System 32. Like, what?
Women in gaming in general has always been a tough thing, especially in other titles like Counter-Strike, where sexism and the like run rampant. Completely unpoliced. Completely unpoliced.
What are you trying to add? A police state to police gaming? Like,
all Riot is trying to do is to create a space where everyone can be happy. And if you're thinking to yourself right now, well, what about my happiness? I'm upset about this addition, so they aren't making everyone happy. Well, then that means your happiness literally hinges on other people being unhappy.
Addition of Clove has brought nothing but divide to the Valorant community, and a lot of LGBT people will probably agree that the amount of hate they're experiencing is double or even like tenfold increased.
Wait, Clove's not good? She's not good?
She's really good.
I mean, she's good if you control her.
Raise. You can't say she, though. You have to say they, them, bro.
I am probably not gonna remember that.
Whoa, Raise,
I'm about to make the twit longer, bro. I'm actually.
Please do it. Like, shut the fuck up!
I low-key understand his frustration. Every single Valorant lobby probably in low elo has people misgendering Clove and just like attacking each other and correcting each other, and that's just outright cringe. In high elo, nobody's gonna speak up about this because they want to be on Riot's good side. They want to be invited to the events. So if you're not surprised that all pros think the same, it's because they're under payroll. They can't say anything. They're not human. I low-key agree with his statement about the callouts to a point, but you'll see.
Whether or not Clove is there or multiple people are there. And at first, it makes sense. I get it. They can be confusing. They are a market. They are here. They are there. Could sound like multiple people. It could sound like Clove. But if you're genuinely concerned about this aspect of the game, you aren't good enough at Valorant to be allowed to care about that kind of stuff. Just making an excuse now. Because I'll tell you, at the higher ranks, all the way up to pro play, even saying he's market or she's market is not an ideal comp to begin with.
Even in Immortal, people will still say he's mid if there's one person left. And even if it's a Sage, they'll still say he because they're assuming there's no women in Immortal. Technically, he is right, but making the claim that people in high elo will never slip up or misgender somebody because of the accuracy of comms is kind of inaccurate. It's a little inaccuracy, but you know, I do agree with him.
Stop listening to Andrew Tate before you queue rank. It's not helping. It's definitely not helping. Let's dispel this notion that strength lies in the resistance to change. That just makes no sense. In my opinion, true strength lies in the acceptance and empathy of others. Acceptance and empathy of others.
How does Andrew Tate have anything to do with this?
So if you want to be a true Sigma, let's ditch that toxicity and embrace diversity. So if you want to be a true Sigma.
Dude, what are you talking about? Nobody uses the term Sigma seriously other than your fellow org mate. Like, what are you on about? Jesus.
After all, gaming is for everyone, and gatekeeping that doesn't make you cool at all. Enjoy the rest of the clips.
And then I shit you not, he put a bunch of random unrelated Valorant clips to stretch his video to 8 minutes. You can't make it up. Like, what?
You can't keep getting away with it!
I don't like Ethos at all. He's one of the only people I have blocked on Twitter, and that should tell you something. I hardly ever block anybody, but Ethos, he's a special case. You got a stick so far up his ass, he might as well be a part of the LG.
For legal reasons, that's a joke.
It also feels like he's trying to sound cool. He's like, yo, stop misgendering people. It's not cool, bro. Not cool. Not tight. Now, we all know Riot's owned by China, and I would call Ethos a CCP shill, but that might actually be a hate crime, so I'm gonna... Ethos didn't have to go after our community, guys. This was kind of a low blow.
Clove has called forth some pretty unsavory parts of the Valorant community, and it's honestly pretty embarrassing.
Well, at least we have a community. Your videos outside of Clove literally get 21 comments. That doesn't even count as a community. That's like an extended family. Your YouTube is dead. You're forced to stream to survive. Once your NRG contract runs out, you'll probably be homeless. Exter better. Zip tie better. Rob better. What? maybe not that far. Your Twitch has completely plateaued. You got STDs, Biggie Cheese, Febreze, hamburger, please. Now go ahead. Show one example of me misgendering Clove. Oh, you can't.
The unsavory parts of the Valorant community.
We're actually really good people.
Cause I'm feeling like I'm running and I'm feeling like I gotta get away, but I know that I